So we're heading down to give the chickens some scraps and let them out into their fence area so they can have a little bit of a free range today. I've got my stylish helper here. He's got his jammies on, his dinosaur vest and his gumboots. Are you ready to help me with the chickens? Yeah. So yesterday I noticed one of them seems to be a little bit ill. There's something wrong with it. I noticed it has got diarrhea, so I've contained it from the other chickens and it sort of seemed alright the last couple of days, but yesterday, yeah, something was not right with it. So I'm gonna have to check that chicken and see what I can do to help it. I was trying to find out last night and it says dietary and stuff, but I don't know, it just seems a bit very lethargic, and it was one of the rescue ones that we got. So yeah, I might give the lady a call that we got it off and see what advice she's got. She might even want to take it back because that's what she does. She's got a little chicken hospital and things like that. So anyway, we'll go and check it.
Right there.
Let's go and have a look. Yeah. So we just got down to the chicken fencing and I've noticed one of the metal stake legs has been pulled out of the ground. So obviously something has come down here last night and tried to get in.
Get in there.
See that one there? Look, Coach. Mr. Fox might have tried. There's a fox getting around.
That's a fox noise, Dad. That's a fox noise.
Fox noise? What noise does a fox make?
I don't know.
Well, on the Murray, when we're on the Murray, we found out what noise a fox makes, and it sounds like a real little dog with a high-pitched bark kind of thing. That's what I was told, that when we were on the Murray that time, I think I filmed it even. Yeah.
That one!
Yeah, see that one? Yes, that one. I think a fox has tried to get in. Good job. One more in there. Ready? Let's let him out. Watch out, we're going to let him out. Ready? Move out the way, they'll come out. Look. Look. Hang on, just let them come out. Yeah, you're scaring them. Move back a little bit.
Oh, that one's going out. Oh, him's flapping him rings. Baby.
So that chicken that I said I isolated has actually passed away. So I'm not sure what the go is there. That was really quickly because like I said, it had been fine the last few days. And yesterday when I was setting up the fencing, I noticed it and I said to Ruth, there's something not right with this chicken. So I isolated it, put it in its own little area with water and some food and stuff. And it just pretty much jammed itself up in the corner. And yeah, literally I've come down early this morning to check it and it's passed away.
It's feed time now for the hussies and I'm just heading down to the shed where the hay is and stuff. I'm gonna go and feed Neppy. It's such a beautiful day. I don't know if Blaine's already mentioned, but it is already a beautiful day. The sun's out, the sky is blue and it's looking amazing. Neppy! Alright, so just about to make, once I've finished, hi Jakey! Hi! You come to help me. Alright, so let's see, make sure nothing's in this little thing. I'll send Jakey in first. Make sure there's no snakes in there, Jake. What's in there? Nothing? Just has a quick look around. When you've had an encounter with a snake, you become very aware of, you know, your surroundings, and I always use safety measures such as sending the dog in, my guard dog, to check for snakes. But Ringo was really good like that. He would be onto everything before we were, so he was a really good dog like that. But Jake's pretty good as well. Hey Jakey, have we got the all clear? Yep, got the all clear. I'm just gonna I'll have a bit of a look myself. I always look up for carpet snakes and down for the other type of snakes. I'm just going to give Neppy some hay this morning and maybe a little bit for the other two as well. No, actually, I've got grass. Right, let's go. So I've got to get past Rosie, and she's one of those ponies that's just, you know, always hungry. Even though she's eaten a lot and she's very fat, she still wants to eat more. So I've got to kind of get past her without dropping the hay and give Neppy his breakfast. So let's see how we go. Hey Nep. Oh, she's not coming over. That's unusual. Normally she's right onto me. I think she's enjoying the sun over there. Hey Neppy. Maybe she hasn't realised that I've got hay. You want some hay? Breakfast time. There you go. Sorry Rosie, you missed out. Just heard Kaz and Sass in the other paddock calling out to me. They think it's breakfast time for them too. So I can't leave them without something as well, so I'll go and grab a little bit of hay for them too. So with the horses, I do chop and change their feed a little bit, not too much. I try and keep it pretty simple. I have been giving them hay in the mornings and then a little bit of hay at night and a little bit of a hard feed. Like I said, I'm really just doing it because Neppy needs a bit of a hard feed at night. He's needing the extra protein, and these guys just get a token feed because they've actually got so much pasture at the moment, even though it's winter. Did you come up for brekkie? Hey? Hey? Huh? You do. You're so beautiful. Hi, Sass. Okay. There they go. They can share this. It's only a biscuit. Hey, you want to share this with Mama? There you go. Enjoy. So I'm off to make breakfast now, and I thought I might pick a little bit of kale because I'm making like a mushroom spinach saute thing, and I'm going to add a little bit of kale from our garden just for the fun of it. Might take these bottom ones down here. That one looks pretty good. They're getting quite not sparse but thin. Looks pretty good. Maybe that one, and some over here. Oh, I might even get some basil too. Those ones aren't quite big enough, but there's a little bit of basil here. Also, I need to prune these basils because if you prune them, see here, right there, if you prune it right there, it'll make the basil bush, so like in between these bits here. It gives the basil a chance to grow out rather than just up and be all stalky. So I prune it right back to that bit there. Alright, I think that will do. So I've got my little greens, basil and kale. I'm going to mix that in, like I said, just for the fun of it, because I can. And I'm going to have a big brekkie, and then I'm not sure what else we've got to do today, but I'm sure there'll be lots of things that we have to get done around the farm. Alright, breakfast is on the go. I've got some scramble here. I've got tomatoes and basil frying and some mushrooms. I'm going to add some spinach and kale to this mix here and wilt that down as well. We've got some focaccia bread. I'm going to toast that. Kale. And there's the finished product. Scramble, avocado, mushrooms sauteed with kale and spinach, tomato, baked beans and sausage.
Such a beautiful day today. The weather is amazing. It's not hot, but the blue skies are out. Spring is on the way. I've just got a few boxes I'm going to put on that old fire pile that did not burn real well and get rid of them. I've got a few jobs that I'm trying to get to today on the property, and one of them is hooking up a better tap. All I've got at the veggie garden at the moment is this 1-inch ball valve, and it's a bit tricky to water the garden. So I'm going to hook a hose up to that and make it a bit easier so Ruth and the kids can water the garden if need be. And also I want to head up the mountain today. I want to show you guys up the top. Doesn't look very high, but up here is an amazing outlook. I need to get it slashed and maybe plant pumpkins and let them grow down the hill, and zucchinis and things like that. So that's a good area to do that. So I want to get out there and have a look, because I haven't been out there for quite some time. There's a few other things on my list that, as you guys know, I'm trying to get to. I want to plant passion fruits along this and get to those terrace beds and start getting some proper veggies growing in this property. I don't just want these little veggie gardens, I want to actually get some big stuff growing. Coda and I just checked out the seedling trays and I actually have something starting to grow. Pretty exciting. I didn't think it was going to happen because that potting mix that I used was pretty coarse, like, you know, they had big chunks in it and I needed a finer potting mix, but I just used it anyway and I've actually got some basil sprouts. Not sure about the other ones yet. I haven't really looked, but there, basil there. There's basil coming through here and here. There's a few basils starting. Nothing seems to be growing on the other ones yet. I could probably take out a few scoops, make it a bit easier. Nothing on there. You coming? You got your bike? Wow, that's good. Good riding. Nothing as yet on the coriander. Hey Coates, what else have I got? Some here. I've got onions. I wonder if these basils are. Nothing as yet. Oh, that one is. Yes. They're starting to grow, Coda. We did it. Fingers crossed they all grow and we get lots and lots of stuff. That is so good. Wait till we tell Mum. Guess what?
What?
The seedlings are growing.
Are they?
Got sprouts.
Yeah.
The basil ones are all started to sprout.
Cool. I've been looking at all the different herb garden ideas online and I really want to get it started, and I thought maybe we could get that big tin
Rainwater thing?
Yeah, rainwater thing, and like put soil in it and
Alright, well we'll just have to make
like our starting herb garden.
We'll just have to make it safe somehow around the top.
Yeah.
What'd you find? It's not very good, is it? I want you to put your boots on. Yeah, they're silly dogs because they've pulled out their bed. Look. See the hole? I don't know. It's hard with these dogs. Like, you try and give them really good bedding and stuff, but they just can't help themselves and they tear it apart, make a massive mess every single time without fail. So that bed's probably a month old. I bought that. It cost $30 and I thought, oh, that'll be nice for them. I can bring it inside and I can put it back outside in the daytime like they're on it now. But yet again, they've started pulling it apart. So once it goes, you might not get another one. Hey. I'm gonna quickly clean up this mess. This is from when we light the fire at night. We cut the wood here. It's not the best spot to cut the wood, but because the spotlight is right there, it makes it easier, and like we don't have a massive wood pile. See a mountain. You're cleaner now. Hey, yeah. No splinters in your feet. Is that better, Codes? Looks better, doesn't it? I'm going to check out this old corrugated rainwater tank. It's like half a tank. It was on the property when we moved in. I think I showed you guys the other day. So I'm going to go and have a look because I want to try and utilize it as like a veggie garden. I might drag it out, but I'm going to need the dogs for it because I'm not sure what's underneath it. Hey, guys. Dogs. Jake. Archie. Sorry to wake yous, but can you come and help me? There might be snakes. Come on. Got a tough life, these dogs, I tell you. Our other little mate, Ringo, he was already on to me. He'd be at my feet already, bouncing around onto everything that moves. He was so good. That's why we miss him so much. These two guys, look at them, already stopped. Hey, come on. Quick, Jake, it's over here. Come on. Oh, he's got his ball. Archie, you onto it, mate? Come on. That's the passion fruit vine. I want to try and get some clippings of and transfer them down at that gate at the veggie garden. This is a rainwater tank. I'm not sure the actual quality of it. It's pretty rusted out, and this wheelie bin, it's full of yucky stuff. So this wheelie bin was on the property. As you can see, I think they've used it as a composting kind of setup, but didn't have many holes drilled in it, which I thought was a bit odd. I thought if you were using one of those composting, you'd have a fair few holes and the air gets in. The dogs have found something nice on it, but see that there's a crate in there, there's chicken wire. So it's actually not a bad little setup. Might be able to utilize that. See what they've had in theory. I can see what they've tried to do there. But I reckon if it had holes around here and the air could get in, it would work better. Or I think it's a little bit too far gone. This side, as you can see behind me, is really good, but then over this side, I think it's a little bit unsafe. That's the only bit too. That's a shame because I could have used that. Would have been a good height to put dirt in it, plant some plants. Still tempting, still very tempting. And I'm not sure if I should give this wheelie bin a go as the compost thing just to start with on a small scale. I could leave it over the back here away from the actual veggie garden over in the background, and I do like what they've actually done. See what they've done?
Oh yeah.
They've cut out that.
Yeah.
So this sitting on the top, and they've cut out a milk crate, and that's the part that goes there. So yeah, I don't know, I might try it. So I'm actually going to give that wheelie bin test run as a composting unit. I'm picking up some wet brown leaves and stuff. I'm going to put it in the bottom. I've got food scraps, I've got old coffee beans. I've never done composting before, so I'm not exactly sure how to do it. I know I need to put some cardboard and paper in here, some greens, food, and keep it moist. I think I do need to drill a few holes into this to get a bit more air, but in saying that, the air is getting into the bottom. So yeah, this could be a really good starter for composting on a small scale for me. I could just throw it on the top of the veggie. All
right, so Blaine's probably filled you in already. This is the new compost bin that we're going to start using to get our compost up and running. It's already got a pretty cool system there happening. I'm sure Blaine's explained it to you guys. It's pretty cool, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes and if we can get some actual compost. I'm wondering if maybe we should put some horse manure in it. I have actually been picking up the horse manure regularly and trying to collect it just because I know it's going to be good for the garden. So I was just saying, I think maybe we should put some horse poop in there as well, and hopefully it'll get cracking on and we'll have some compost to put on the garden.
And guys, I'm sorry, but Ruth made me this amazing breakfast this morning, and I've been filming and I've had half of it still on my face. So.
I just came out to see him, and he had baked beans on his face. So in previous parts of this vlog, if you notice something orange on his face, it's baked beans.
And my breakfast was that good, I didn't want to get rid of it because it just reminded me.
He just didn't realise. So yeah, it's gone now. Back to the compost. We're going to start this. It's going to be good. We've got so much scraps as well, kitchen scraps. We don't want to feed all of the kitchen scraps to the chickens because it's actually not that good for them to have a lot of table scraps as such. So we're going to probably try and just keep it on a minimum for them and use the rest of the scraps for the compost. Another thing that we have been looking into with the compost is coffee, and Blaine's just come here. We've been saving our coffee because you guys know we love our coffee, and we have a coffee making machine, or a coffee machine, and we use a lot of ground coffee. Now,
this is just an old bag that's still usable, but it's been sitting around for a long time, so I'm just going to throw that in there anyway.
So that's just stale, but you can also use ground coffee that you've already
soaked and used in actual coffee, so we will have lots of that.
It smells so good.
Actually. So I need to start collecting newspaper as well. I just burned all my cardboard boxes because I didn't know I was going to find this and use this today. So that's where that's at the moment. I'm going to leave it over in this area, out the way, but still close enough to the veggie gardens. If it does start to do something, we can use it still.
Yay!
Until we get our big scale one.